Hi everyone, my name is Sarai Aguirre, and I'm here to give you a brief overview about my 2017 summer undergraduate research at the University of Florida. I am currently an undergraduate psychology major and a Bill Bullet Scholar at the California State University Northridge campus. I will be graduating this upcoming summer 2018 with my Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. After graduation, my plan is to go straight into a joint quantitative or clinical psychology PhD/JD program. During fall 2016, I applied to the University of Florida SURF program, and I was more than happy when I received my acceptance email. This entire summer has been extremely challenging, but rewarding, and that is exactly what I was looking for. During the summer, I have been working under the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and under the Department of Psychology. I was matched to work with Dr. Dorothy Espelage in the Espelage Violence Prevention Lab. I had the pleasure of not only working with Dr. Espelage, but with two PhD mentors. Tyler, a second-year PhD student in the Counseling Psychology program, and Nicole, a first-year PhD student in the Counseling Psychology program. And last but not least, Alberto, a recent Bachelor of Arts Psychology graduate and a Counseling Psychology research assistant. None of the work I did this summer would have been possible without the help of everyone. Thank you so much. So, what is it that you did over the summer, you might be asking? Well, the name of my project was Predicting Mental Health Outcomes and Delinquency in White and African American Youth, Parental Monitoring, Family, and Friend Support as Potential Moderators. The statistical analyses that I used for this project were exploratory and confirmatory analyses, and then structural equation modeling. I know, that was a long title and description, but don't worry, I'll explain in more detail. So I basically analyzed the following relationships. I was curious to see if community violence, family violence, and peer delinquency predicted internalizing mental health symptoms, specifically depressive symptoms, and delinquency in both white and African American adolescents. I also wanted to see if parental monitoring, family, and friend support changed the direction or moderated any of these relationships. Last but not least, I wanted to see if there were any ethnic or gender differences in any of these relationships. So overall, community violence, family violence, and peer delinquency all significantly predicted either internalizing mental health symptoms or delinquency in all groups. So what does this mean? Well, it's important to take a look at these relationships a bit closer. So it turns out that the only significant predictor of delinquency was community violence across all groups, meaning this is true for all male and female African American adolescents and all male and female white adolescents. So, what about ethnic and gender differences? Well, it turns out that for African American adolescents, community violence was the strongest predictor of both internalizing mental health symptoms and delinquency. For white youth, however, peer delinquency was the strongest predictor of both outcomes. For both African American and white females, family violence was the strongest predictor for internalizing mental health, but peer delinquency was the strongest predictor for delinquency. In males, peer delinquency was the strongest predictor of both outcomes. So, how does parental monitoring, family, and friend support affect these relationships? Parental monitoring had the biggest impact on African American and white females. However, it had a stronger impact on white female adolescents. Family support had the biggest impact on white adolescents. It had a smaller, but still significant, effect on African American adolescents. We see the biggest ethnic difference here with friend support. It had a bigger impact on African American adolescents, both male and female, but more so on male African American adolescents. So, why does this research even matter? African American youth are overrepresented in the juvenile justice and mental health sectors. Research like this helps us better understand how predictors of mental health need and incarceration differ by gender, race, and ethnicity. What works for one ethnic group may not necessarily work for another. More importantly, however, Research like this can help us better inform policymakers to help prevent incarceration and make mental health services more culturally sensitive. I wanted to take a second and thank a couple of people. First off, I want to thank the University of Florida for funding SURF, Provost, Mike, and Julissa. I also want to thank everybody from the Espionage Violence Prevention Lab and everybody from the 2017 SURF cohort. Thank you everybody for everything, and thank you for watching.